Welcome back to Footnotes and Folly, and to All's Well That Ends Well. I am Pemberton. This is part 4, the last, and the whole tangled knot is drawn at once into the light. Helena, who has let the world and her own husband believe her dead, makes her way to Marseilles to find the king, and then home to Rossillon. There the king has pardoned the truant Bertram and means to marry him afresh to old Lafew's daughter. But a ring betrays him. The jewel on Bertram's hand is Helena's own, and the widow's daughter Diana steps forward with a riddling accusation that ties the young count in his own knots until Helena herself walks in, alive, with his ring and his child to come, every impossible condition of his cruel letter strangely fulfilled. Let us finish it.
Helena, widow, and Diana enter. So that you may clearly see, I have not wronged you. One of the greatest men in the Christian world shall be my guarantee. Before his throne I must kneel before I can finish what I intend. There was a time when I did him a service he desired, one almost as dear to him as his own life. Gratitude for that would break through even a stony Tartar's heart and answer with thanks. I am reliably told his grace is at Marseilles, and we have suitable transport there. You must know that people believe I am dead. The army is breaking up, and my husband is hurrying home. With heaven's help, and by permission of my good lord the king, we shall arrive before anyone expects us. Gentle madam, you never had a servant to whom your business was more welcome or more safely trusted. Nor did you, mistress, ever have a friend whose thoughts worked more truly to repay your kindness. Do not doubt that heaven has raised me up to be your daughter's dowry, just as it has destined her to be my reason and my helper in winning back a husband. But oh, strange men! They can make such sweet use of what they hate, when bold confidence and deceived thought stains the dark night. So lust plays with what it loathes, because the one it wants is absent. But more of this later. You, Diana, still must endure something on my behalf under my poor instructions. Let death and honesty go along with whatever you require of me. I am yours, ready to suffer whatever you wish. Yes, I pray you. But with the word, time will bring on summer, when briars will have leaves as well as thorns, and be as sweet as they are sharp. We must go. Our wagon is ready, and time gives us new life. All's well that ends well. Still, the finish is the crown. Whatever the course may be, the end brings the honor. They exit. Clown, Countess, and Lafew enter. No, no, no. Your son was led astray by that clipped taff, a fellow there, whose villainous saffron style would have dyed all the unbaked doughy youth of a whole nation in his color. Your daughter-in-law would be alive at this hour, and your son would be here at home, advanced more by the king than by that red-tailed humble bee I am talking about. I wish I had never known him. It caused the death of the most virtuous gentlewoman nature was ever praised for creating. If she had been born of my own flesh and cost me the dearest groans of a mother, I could not have owed her a deep-rooted love. She was a good lady, a good lady. We may pick 1,000 salads before we find another herb like her. Indeed, sir, she was the sweet marjoram of the salad, or rather the herb of grace. Those are not herbs, you rogue, they are herbs for the nose. I am no great Nebuchadnezzar, sir. I do not have much skill in grass. Which do you claim to be, a rogue or a fool? A fool, sir, in a woman's service, and a rogue in a man's. Explain the difference. I would cheat the man of his wife, and so do his service. Then you would indeed be a rogue in his service. And I would give his wife my fool's baubles, sir, to do her service. I will vouch for you. You are both rogue and fool. At your service. No, no, no. Why, sir, if I cannot serve you, I can serve as great a prince as you are. Who is that? A Frenchman? Faith, sir, he has an English name, but his face is hotter in France than it is there. What prince is that? The Black Prince, sir, also called the Prince of Darkness, also called the Devil. Here, take this. There is my purse. I do not give you this to draw you away from that master you speak of. Serve him still. I am a woodland fellow, sir, who has always loved a great fire, and the master I speak of always keeps a good fire. But surely he is the prince of this world. Let his nobility remain in his court. I am for the house with the narrow gate, which I take to be too small for pomp to enter. Some who humble themselves may get in, but most will be too chilly and delicate, and they will choose the flowery road that leads to the broad gate and the great fire. Go your way. I am beginning to grow tired of you, and I tell you so beforehand because I would rather not quarrel with you. Go your way and see that my horses are well looked after without any tricks. If I play any tricks on them, sir, they shall be horses' tricks, which are theirs by right according to the law of nature. Clown exits. A sharp rogue, and a mischievous one. So he is. My lord who is gone used to get much amusement from him. By his authority the clown remains here, and he thinks that is a license for his sauciness. Indeed, he has no settled pace, but runs wherever he likes. I like him well, he is not amiss. And I was about to tell you that, since I heard of the good lady's death, and that my lord your son was on his way home, I urged the king my master to speak on behalf of my daughter. When they were both younger, his majesty, from his own gracious memory, first proposed it. His highness has promised me he will do it, and to close up the displeasure he has conceived against your son, there is no fitter matter. How does your ladyship like it? With very great content, my lord, and I wish it happily accomplished. His Highness is coming swiftly from Marseilles, as strong in body as when he was 30. He will be here tomorrow, unless I have been misled by someone who has rarely failed me in such information. It makes me glad to hope I shall see him before I die. I have letters saying my son will be here tonight. I shall beg your lordship to remain with me until they meet. Madam, I was just considering by what manners I might safely be admitted. You need only plead your honourable privilege. Lady, I have made a bold charter of that, and I thank my God it still holds. Clown enters. Oh, madam, yonder is my lord your son with a patch of velvet on his face. Whether there is a scar under it or not, the velvet knows, but it is a fine patch of velvet. His left cheek is a cheek of two pile-end half velvet, but his right cheek is worn bare. A scar nobly earned, or a noble scar, is a fine badge of honour, so perhaps that is what it is. But it is your broiled face. Let us go see your son, I pray you. I long to talk with the young noble soldier. Faith, there are a dozen of them, with delicate fine hats and most courteous feathers, which bow their heads and nod at every man. They exit. Helena, widow, and Diana enter with 2 attendants. But this constant rushing on, day and night, must wear your spirits down. We cannot help it. Since you have made day and night the same, exhausting your gentle bodies for my sake, be confident that you are growing so deeply into my gratitude that nothing can pull you out of it. Just in time. A gentleman enters. This man may be able to bring me to his Majesty's attention, if he will use his influence. God save you, sir. And you. Sir, I have seen you at the court of France. I have been there at times. I trust, sir, that you have not fallen away from the good reputation people give you. And therefore, driven by urgent need, which forces me to set aside delicate manners, I ask you to make use of your own virtues. For that I will remain grateful. What do you want? That you would please give this poor petition to the king, and help me with whatever influence you have to come into his presence. The king is not here. Not here, sir? No, truly. He left here last night, and in more haste than usual. Lord, how we have wasted our effort. All is well that ends well yet, though time seems so against us and our means so poor. I beg you, where has he gone? Why, as I understand it, to Rossillon, where I am going myself. I beg you, sir, since you are likely to see the king before I do, place this paper in his gracious hand. I believe it will bring you no blame, but rather make you glad you took the trouble. I will follow you as quickly as our resources allow. I will do this for you. And you will find yourself well thanked, whatever else happens. We must get on horseback again. Go, make ready. They exit. Clown and Parolles enter. Good Monsieur Lavache, give this letter to my Lord Lafew. Before now, sir, I have been better known to you back when I kept company with fresher clothes. But now, sir, I am mudded by Fortune's temper, and I smell rather strongly of her strong displeasure. Truly, Fortune's displeasure must be filthy if it smells as strongly as you say. From now on I will eat none of Fortune's buttered fish. Please, stand downwind. No, you need not stop your nose, sir. I spoke only in a metaphor. Indeed, sir, if your metaphor stinks, I will stop my nose against it or against any man's metaphor. Please move farther off. Please, sir, deliver this paper for me. Ugh, please stand away. A paper from Fortune's privy to give to a nobleman. Look, here he comes himself. Lafew enters. Here is one of Fortune's pets, sir, or one of Fortune's cats, though not a perfume cat, who has fallen into the dirty fish-pond of her displeasure, and, as he says, is mudded by it. Please, sir, use this carp however you can, for he looks like a poor, ruined, clever, foolish, rascally knave. I pity his distress with my comforting comparisons, and leave him to your lordship. Clown exits. My lord, I am a man whom Fortune has cruelly scratched. And what would you have me do? It is too late now to trim her nails. In what way have you played the rogue with Fortune that she should scratch you? On her own, she is a good lady, and would not let rogues prosper long under her. There is a court d'écu for you. Let the magistrates make you and Fortune friends. I have other business. I beg your honour to hear me one single word. You are begging one single coin more. Come, you shall have it, save your word. My name, my good lord, is Parolles. Then you are begging more than a word. By my passion. Give me your hand. How is your drum? Oh, my good lord, you were the first who found me out. Was I truly? And I was the first who lost you. It lies in your power, my lord, to bring me into some favour, since you did bring me out of it. Away with you, knave. Do you put on me at once both the office of God and of the devil? One brings you into grace, and the other brings you out. Trumpets sound. The king is coming, I know it by his trumpets. Sarah asked for me later. I heard talk of you last night. Though you are a fool and a knave, you shall eat. Come on, follow. I praise God for you. They exit. A flourish sounds. King enters with Countess, Lafew, lords, gentlemen, guards, and others. We lost a jewel when we lost her, and our own worth was made poorer by it. But your son, mad with foolishness, did not have the sense to understand her full value. That is past, my liege. I beg your majesty to treat it as natural rebellion, the act of blazing youth, when oil and fire, too strong for reason to control, overpower it and burn on. Honored lady, I have forgiven and forgotten everything, though my revenge had been aimed high against him, and was watching for the time to strike. I must say this, but first I ask pardon. The young lord committed a serious offence against his majesty, his mother, and his lady, but the greatest wrong of all was against himself. He lost a wife whose beauty amazed the richest eyes that looked on her, whose words took every ear captive, and whose precious perfection made hearts that scorned service humbly call her mistress. Praising what is lost only makes the memory dearer. Well, call him here. We are reconciled, and the first sight of him shall end all repetition of the offence. Do not let him ask our pardon. The nature of his great fault is dead, and we bury the angry remains of it deeper than oblivion. Let him come as a stranger, not as an offender, and tell him that this is our will. I shall, my liege. The gentleman exits. What does he say to your daughter? Have you spoken with him? Everything he is depends on your highness. Then we shall have a match. I have received letters that praise him highly. Bertram enters. He looks well enough for it. I am not a settled day of weather, for you may see sunshine and hail in me at once. But broken clouds give way to the brightest beams, so stand forward. The weather is fair again. Dear sovereign, pardon me for the faults I deeply repent. All is healed. Not one more word about the time that is gone. Let us seize the present by its front lock, for we are old, and the silent, noiseless foot of time steals upon our quickest decisions before we can carry them out. You remember this lord's daughter? With admiration, my liege. At first I fixed my choice on her before my heart dared make my tongue too bold a herald. But once the image of Helen fixed itself in my eye, contempt lent me its scornful lens, which warped every other beauty. It scorned a fair color or called it stolen, stretched and shrank every proportion into something hideous. That is why the woman whom all men praised, and whom I myself, since losing her, have loved, seemed to my eye like dust that offended it. Well excused. The fact that you did love her cancels part of the great account against you. But love that comes too late, like a remorseful pardon slowly carried, becomes a bitter offense to the great sender, crying, "Good thing, now that it is gone." Our rash faults make us put a trivial price on serious things we possess, and we do not know their worth until we know their grave. Often our displeasures, unjust to ourselves, destroy our friends and afterward weep over their dust. Our own love wakes and cries to see what has been done, while shameful hate sleeps away the afternoon. Let this be sweet Helen's funeral bell, and now forget her. Send out your loving token for fair Magdalen. The main consents are given, and we will stay here to see our widower's second wedding day. May dear heaven bless it better than the first. Or before they meet, may nature end in me. Come on, my son, into whom the name of my house must be taken. Give a favor from yourself, to brighten my daughter's spirits and make her come quickly. Bertram gives a ring to Lafew. By my old beard, and by every hair on it, Helen, who is dead, was a sweet creature. The last time I took leave of her at court, I saw a ring like this on her finger. It was not hers. Now, please, let me see it, for while I was speaking my eye was often fixed on it. This ring was mine, and when I gave it to Helen I told her that if her fortunes ever stood in need of help, I would relieve her by this token. Were you cunning enough to rob her of what should have helped her most? My gracious sovereign, however it pleases you to take it, the ring was never hers. Son, upon my life, I have seen her wear it, and she valued it at the price of her life. I am sure I saw her wear it. You are mistaken, my lord. She never saw it. In Florence it was thrown to me from a window, wrapped in a paper that contained the name of the woman who threw it. She was noble, and thought I was pledged to her. But when I had committed myself to my own fortune and fully told her that I could not answer her proposal in an honorable way, she stopped, sadly satisfied, and would never take the ring back. Plutus himself, who knows the alchemist's tincture and multiplying medicine, has no deeper knowledge of nature's mystery than I have of this ring. It was mine, it was Helen's, whoever gave it to you. So if you know yourself truly, confess it was hers, and confess by what harsh force you got it from her. She called the saints as witnesses that she would never take it from her finger unless she gave it to you in bed, where you have never been, or sent it to us in some great disaster. She never saw it. You speak falsely, as I love my honor, and you bring fears into my mind that I would gladly shut out. If it should prove that you are so inhuman, it will not prove so, and yet I do not know, for you hated her bitterly. And she is dead. Nothing except closing her eyes myself could make me believe it more than seeing this ring. Take him away. The guards seized Bertram. Whatever the matter proves to be, my earlier evidence will accuse my fears of having had too little substance, because I vainly feared too little. Away with him. We will examine this further. If you can prove this ring was ever hers, you can just as easily prove that I was a husband in her bed in Florence, where she never was. Bertram exits under guard. I am wrapped in dark thoughts. A gentleman enters. Gracious sovereign, whether I have been wrong or not, I do not know. Here is a petition from a Florentine woman, who is misrepresenting it herself by 4 or 5 stages of travel. I undertook to bring it, overcome by the poor suppliant's fair grace and speech. By now I know she is here waiting. Her business shows plainly in her face with urgent importance, and she told me in a sweet short account that it concerned your highness and herself. Upon his many promises to marry me when his wife was dead, I blushed to say it, he won me. Now the Count Rossillon is a widower, His vows belong to me, and my honor has been paid to him. He stole away from Florence without taking leave, and I follow him to his country for justice. Grant it to me, O king, for it lies best in your power, otherwise a seducer prospers, and a poor maid is ruined. Diana Capulet. I will buy myself a son-in, law at a fair, and pay the toll for him. I will have none of this one. Heaven has dealt kindly with you, Lafew, by bringing this discovery to light. Find these petitioners. Go quickly and bring the count back again. The gentleman and some attendants exit. I fear, lady, that Helen's life was foully taken. Then justice on the doers. Bertram enters under guard. I wonder, sir, since wives are monsters to you, and you flee from them even as you swear yourself their lord, why do you still want to marry? What woman is that? Widow and Diana enter. I am, my lord, a wretched Florentine, descended from the ancient Capulet. As I understand it, you know my suit, and therefore know how much I deserve pity. I am her mother, sir. My age and my honor both suffer under the complaint we bring, and both will end unless you provide a remedy. Come here, Count. Do you know these women? My lord, I neither can nor will deny that I know them. Do they accuse me of anything more? Why do you look so strangely at your wife? She is none of mine, my lord. If you marry, you give away this hand, and that hand is mine. You give away the vows heaven owns, and those are mine. You give away myself, and I know I am mine. By my vow I am so joined to you that whoever marries you must marry me as well, both of us or neither. Your reputation falls far short of my daughter. You are no husband for her. My lord, this is a foolish, desperate creature, someone I once fooled around with. Let your highness think more nobly of my honor than to believe I would ruin it here. Sir, as for my thoughts, they are no friends to you until your actions win them over. May your honor prove fairer than it now appears to me. Could my lord ask him on his oath whether he thinks he did not take my virginity? What do you say to her? She is shameless, my lord, and was a common player in the camp. He wrongs me, my lord. If I were that, he could have bought me at the common price. Do not believe him. Look at this ring, whose great worth and rich value had no equal, and yet, for all that, he gave it to a common woman of the camp, if I am one. He blushes, and that proves it. For 6 generations before him, that jewel has been passed by will to the next heir, owned and worn by each. This woman is his wife. That ring is 1,000 proofs. I thought you said you saw someone here at court who could witness this. I did, my lord, but I am reluctant to produce so poor an instrument. His name is Parolles. I saw the man today, if he is a man. Find him and bring him here. An attendant exits. What can he say? He is known as a most treacherous slave, stained and corrupted with every fault in the world. His nature is sickened even by speaking truth. Am I to be judged by what he says, this man who will say anything? She has that ring of yours. I think she does. It is certain that I liked her and approached her in the reckless way of youth. She knew her rank and angled for me, driving my desire mad by holding back, since every obstacle in love's path only stirs more desire. In the end, her endless cunning, covered with ordinary charm, brought me down to her price. She got the ring, and I got what any lesser man could have bought at market price. I must be patient. You who have cast off a first wife, so noble, may justly put me on a poor diet. But I beg you still, since you lack virtue, I will give up a husband. Send for your ring, and I will return it home, then give me mine again. I do not have it. What ring was yours, I pray you? Sir, one very much like the one on your finger. Do you know this ring? This ring was lately his. And this was the ring I gave him when we were in bed. Then the story is false that you threw it to him out of a window. I have spoken the truth. An attendant enters with Parolles. My lord, I confess the ring was hers. You stumble badly. Every feather frightens you. Is this the man you spoke of? Yes, my lord. Tell me, fellow, and tell me truly, I charge you. Do not fear your master's displeasure. If you proceed honestly, I will protect you from it. What do you know about him and this woman here? If it please your majesty, my master has been an honorable gentleman. He has had tricks in him, as gentlemen do. Come, get to the point. Did he love this woman? Indeed, sir, he did love her. But how? How, I pray you? He loved her, sir, as a gentleman loves a woman. How is that? He loved her, sir, and he did not love her. As you are a knave and not a knave. What a double-talking fellow this is. I am a poor man, and at your majesty's command. He is a good drum, my lord, but a poor speaker. Do you know he promised me marriage? Indeed, I know more than I will say. But will you not say all you know? Yes, if it please your majesty. I did act as messenger between them, as I said. More than that, he loved her. Truly, he was mad for her, and talked of Satan and limbo and furies, and I know not what. Yet I had enough trust with them, at that time, that I knew about their going to bed, and about other matters, such as promising her marriage and things that would bring me ill will if I spoke of them. Therefore I will not speak what I know. You have already spoken all, unless you can say they are married. But your evidence is too delicate. Stand aside. This ring, you say, was yours? Yes, my good lord. Where did you buy it? Or who gave it to you? It was not given to me, and I did not buy it. Who lent it to you? It was not lent to me either. Where did you find it, then? I did not find it. If it was yours by none of these ways, how could you give it to him? I never gave it to him. This woman is an easy glove, my lord. She comes on and off as she pleases. This ring was mine. I gave it to his first wife. It may have been yours or hers, for all I know. Take her away. I do not like her now. To prison with her. And take him away too. Unless you tell me where you got this ring, you die within the hour. I will never tell you. Take her away. I will provide bail, my liege. I think you are now some common customer. By Jove, if ever I knew a man, it was you. Then why have you accused him all this while? Because he is guilty, and he is not guilty. He knows I am no maid, and he will swear to it. I will swear I am a maid, and he does not know. Great king, I am no whore by my life. I am either a maid, or else this old man's wife. Diana points to Lafew. She abuses our ears. To prison with her. Good mother, fetch my bail. Stay, royal sir. The jeweler who owns the ring has been sent for, and he will stand surety for me. But as for this lord, who has abused me as he knows himself, though in fact he never harmed me, I release him here. He knows himself that he defiled my bed, and at that time he got his wife with child. Though she is dead, she feels her young one kick. So there is my riddle, one who is dead is alive. Now see the meaning. The widow exits. Then the widow enters with Helena. Is there some magician deceiving the true work of my eyes? Is what I see real? No, my good lord. It is only the shadow of a wife you see, the name, not the thing. Both. Oh, pardon me. Oh, my good lord, when I was like this maid, I found you wonderfully kind. There is your ring, and look, here is your letter. It says, when you can get this ring from my finger, and are with child by me, and so on. This is done. Will you be mine now that you are won twice over? If she, my liege, can make me know this clearly, I will love her dearly, forever dearly. If it does not appear plainly, and if it proves untrue, then let deadly divorce step between you and me. Oh, my dear mother, do I see you living? My eyes smell onions. I shall weep soon. Good Tom Drum, lend me a handkerchief. There, I thank you. Wait on me home. I will make sport with you. Leave off your bows, they are shabby ones. Let us learn this story point by point, so the full truth may flow happily. If you are still a fresh, unplucked flower, choose your husband, and I will pay your dowry, for I can guess that by your honest help you kept a wife herself, and yourself a maid. More time will fully explain that, and all the rest, every greater and lesser part. All still seems well, and if it ends so fittingly, the bitter past makes the sweetness more welcome. A flourish sounds. The king is a beggar now that the play is over. All will end well if this request is granted, that you show you are pleased. We will repay that approval by striving to please you more and more day after day. So let your patience be ours, and let our parts belong to you. Give us your kind applause and take our hearts. Everyone exits.
And there all's well that ends well ends though it ends, as its very title half admits, only if you are willing to call it well. The wife the well buried walks in living, the proud husband, caught in every lie, kneels and is forgiven, and the bed trick that we might shudder at in a tragedy is here the machinery of a happy close. Bertram swears to love the woman he scorned, now that she has earned him twice over, and whether we believe that love, the play leaves us to weigh. The king speaks the last word himself, stepping forward as a beggar for your applause. All is well ended, he says, if the suit be won, that you express content. Thank you for sitting with the whole of All's Well That Ends Well. Mind the footnotes, and beware the folly.